just pouring like about half of this batch. This is about a little over 2 pounds of soap. So I can create jelly pieces, as I'm now calling them. I should probably try and come up with a better name, but that's what I'm calling it for now. And I got this idea to do a ladybug soap, and it's been stuck in my head. So I'm gonna try a black to red ombre, which not two colors I would generally swirl. So I'm kind of curious to see how this actually turns out. But yeah, that's all I'm doing right now is the first prep part of making this ombre so that I can then cut in slices tomorrow. So, part one, sit back and enjoy. So here is the red to black ombre. I have already sliced one piece. This is predominantly black, but I don't know if you can see, there are shades and tones of red. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slice this loaf up into the little pieces so I can curl them, and then I will make the new batch, and this time inside the little swirls I'm going to try and embed some ladybug pieces. So having some fun with this whole technique. I'm trying to decide what to call it. It's inspired by a jelly cake, but I don't feel like I should call it jelly cake. So I'm thinking maybe jelly waves, but jelly rolls, I don't know. I have to come up with something. But yeah, I gotta think on it some more because I'm not sure what to call it right now. I also have another idea. Look at those. That's really cool. Another idea for using these slabs or pieces, thin pieces of the jelly parts. These that I'm going to try tomorrow. I'm going to make the ombre for it today and try tomorrow to see if it works, which I really hope it does, and I actually think there are lots of different possibilities with what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying one. I have other ideas, but there's one idea got stuck in my head, and so I'm gonna try it tomorrow. Having a lot of fun with this design technique. I don't know, I was so uninspired when the new year came and I had to start, making some new soaps. I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I did have this design technique I wanted to try, and the double frame, which you haven't seen the tutorials for those yet, but they will be coming in March. But I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have any themes in mind. I had lost my inspiration, and it's like I've gotten it back now with playing with this technique. And I've got lots of different ideas, and so I'm just gonna keep playing with them because I'm inspired by it and I'm making cool soaps. Yes, lots of the designs are all similar in theme because of using the same technique, but I'm okay with that. I think that I'm creating some fun stuff. So yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna finish slicing all of these and then I'll come back and we will roll and then pour the batch. I tried to kind of create a pattern and lay it out this time, hence all of those pieces there. I'm not, I wouldn't bet on me that the pattern that I created when I laid it out will actually be the pattern that I end up putting in here. So the first part was going to have a ladybug here, and this coming into here, which I need to put more soap in. But first I'm going to try and get, and then I was going to have this piece stack, but I actually don't think that's going to work very well, so I've decided to put it in the corner here and hope that that works better and that that stays there. That's to go on there. See, the hard part about this is you have to make sure that you fill in all between these pieces so you don't get air gaps. And so far, I have done a pretty good job of that. I had one, or I guess 2 bars that had a little bit of a split, like a gap in it. But otherwise, probably just jinxed myself now, but otherwise it's been okay. So and I have more pieces than I actually think will fit. And yes, I have my lid off so I can kind of manipulate things. So this was kind of supposed to go over, and the ladybug was supposed to go in here. So I think I'm going to need to put this on now. We'll see how this goes. So I could tell this, as you pour soap, a lot of times these pieces like to shift, and I realize that they float up. And like I can already feel that bottom piece I put in has shifted. So I'm trying to push this down into it to push that down into it. And honestly, this doesn't have to go a specific way, right? I'm trying to create patterns that are pleasing, but you know, that kind of work together. But I think that said, any which way you put it in, it's still probably going to be cool. One thing I've noticed is that I don't like I definitely want to try and get, at least when I'm doing these patterns or curves, I want at least 5 pieces, 6 if I can. 4 just doesn't look like enough to me with the patterns, for whatever reason. Now, the goal is to get enough soap to infill under all of this. Do not want air gaps on this one. Really, really, really don't want, and this piece is probably the most, I'm gonna go pound to try and get soap to move. It looks like the soap is all under that curve, so I'm praying that it is all under that curve. And I'm supposed to get a ladybug up top here, but I don't know if I've created enough space. And I don't really want it on this side because I already have one on this side, and I want it to go this, 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 like opposites. But it might go on this side. And then I don't know which piece. It's not going to be the all black. It's either going to be this one. So, yeah, see that little air gap on the side? Somehow I missed. If that's all I have, that's, in the big scheme of things, that's not bad. So I'm not complaining. You try really, really hard to get all the soap to infill, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. So let's cut this and see what the inside gives me. I hope it turned out cool. We had some migrating ladybugs when I was pouring this. So pretty sure they're not going to be exactly where I wanted them, but says from that little gap there. That's actually kind of cool. These pieces totally moved. They were supposed to be in that corner. This one was supposed to be in the corner. I knew it was moving when I was pouring it, and I tried to push it back down. These are not one piece that broke. They are two separate pieces that went wonky. That's okay. The ladybugs are cute. I like the swirls with this. I think this is another fun way you can enhance, but tiniest of air gaps. Enhance this soap design is by adding embellishments to it. I like it. I think it's different, it's fun. And my ladybugs did go a little every which way, and these pieces didn't quite go in as I had laid them out. I didn't expect that they would, so I'm totally not upset over that. I've been playing around with what to call this technique, and it's inspired by the jelly cake. But I think I'm going to call it jelly waves. I don't know, like that just kind of resonates with me. But I'm excited. I have another design I'm going to try today that uses this technique in a whole nother way. So I've been having way too much fun with this, obviously. That's okay. I have a lot of different designs with the jelly waves, and I'm okay with that. They're fun, they're different, like each one has kind of, as I've experimented with what's possible and how to do things, has its own unique flair. I love this color scheme, this red, black, and white. Like, I think it's really cool. So, there you have it. Another way you can have fun with jelly waves.